kids this race that have gone through who have not cleared themselves.
Okay, so Chris is now in fourth. I should have watched more carefully to see what happened. I have a feeling that the left side just paid a lot, and these guys all got to the left side. That's what I'm guessing. So they all got over here, and Chris got over that way. That's what I'm guessing, but I'm not sure. He may have just got a case of the slows in there. If you get ahead, sometimes if you stop concentrating, all of a sudden you get slow. Here comes Kevin, and he's got himself into the fleet ahead of him. So these are kids from the fleet in front of him. He's winning this race by a good margin.
Jackie. Hey, is this Brian or Jack?
So let's see, he is blue. So green is, oh, there's a blue right next to him. And that's a red. So those, the green and the red right here are in the start in front of them. So he's duking it out for first. And then, so great job, Kevin. Here's Catherine doing pretty good in her fleet. There's still some reds and greens coming around behind her. Oh, look at Fenton. Fenton's come back after being over early. He's back up into the top 7 or so. He's just charging. See how he can sail without looking at the sail now. He can keep his telltales perfect without even looking at where he's going. So that's amazing. So here comes Kevin around with that same guy. They duked it all the way downwind. He is just sailing like a champ today, man. I mean, he is just nailing close hauled on starboard, close hauled on port. What happened the first race to Kevin is he got a huge amount of seaweed. And so he didn't know it for a long time. He wasn't moving. So that's what happened. He had a big kelp setup. He did a great tack. He might have actually pulled ahead of 10160 just on his tack, but we'll see. Oh, he's just shot forward on him. It's probably still behind, but he's right with him. Now, if the wind goes left, he loses. If the wind goes right at all, he wins the race. Because then he tacks onto a starboard lift. The other guy is going a little faster than him. Okay, he's going to try to get him on starboard. He did get him on starboard. So that was just good tacking ability, how he passed him. Now he's in a little pickle because there's a lot of bad air over here, and that guy's going into clear air. The good news is that that guy just tacked, so Kevin should tack. Go cross him right now. Yeah. Oh, wow. That boat, the green boat right next to him, is in the fleet, the race ahead of him. So this is a bullet for Kevin. Look at him go, dude. Nailed that tack. His telltales are saying go down an inch. Windward telltale moving too much.
Jack, she doesn't understand
Race 3, and I didn't get this start. Chris was over early at the pin. Didn't do a great job of restarting. So when you get a bad start at the pin, you usually go around the pin and then go port tack close hauled after that. What he tried to do is go starboard. He went port for 10 seconds, then he tacked onto starboard right in everybody's bad air, and the boat drifted sideways and almost hit the pin. Remember, if everybody's going on starboard after a restart and you're on port, go on port close hauled for a while and get up wind a ways before you start trying to do anything else. But the best thing is that Chris is already in the top 8, going much faster than this pack. So he's done a really good job of sailing port and starboard. So there's first, second, and third right there. There might be uncatchable. But there's third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and he's 7th right now. Incredible performance. Started last by a long way, and he just has a huge puff. Look at him go. He should be getting on the rail right now. Okay, I don't have Bluetooth with him. Oh, he's doing the crouch. He's doing the, see, you're not on the rail, but you're squatting in the boat against the rail. Ooh, the wind has shifted right. He might be golden here. 20 seconds for race 3, red and blue. There's Kevin again. Same exact spot every time. At a young age, I often teach kids to get really good at one technique when they're this young. And so he's in the same spot every time, trying to do the same thing every time. Okay, he didn't quite pull it off, but he should just Oh, there's Finn. Nailed it. Nailed it. Okay, Kevin, good try. Catherine, decent start again. Here's Kevin. Now, we talked about this. I told Kevin, don't be worried about port tack close haul. Just get out of here. See how they're all, this is what I was talking about on the last video. All the starboards are going that way. Here, you're coming on a big lift on port. And you just keep coming. You just gotta wait. You can't tack because you're gonna end up getting somebody else tacking on you. He is just sailing like a champ. If he can squeeze around 0203, he is gonna be just fine. He's first in the second start of race 3. Here's Kevin. He's pretty deep. He's got 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th at the best. Catherine's right in there, just charging. 58, 58. So she's gotten better every single race. She's only sailed 3 times in the last 5 months. 4 times, maybe. So, very proud of these guys. She's not pinching, that for sure. She's on full press mode, just flying. Okay, Kevin did better than Chris in that he didn't tack back into the middle too early. So he stayed on port longer to give himself a chance for the wind to shift right so that he could tack onto a lift. It's a little light wind in there, but he just might be fine. There's Nick, race 3 of his life. And he's right with the pack. Ooh, the wind is really left, guys. We got to start racing to that left side upwind. We got to start getting to that left side. It's all about getting to that side and sailing well. Sailing right on the wind and getting left. Race 3, the first fleet. 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th. Chris could be 5th. He learned in the last race that you had to go to the right gate buoy. And it's so neat to coach him because he totally tells you the things he recognized he did wrong. And he just got a big wind shift. If he tacks now, I would not be surprised as he just eats up that 4th place boat. He's right on the wind with a tight sail, and that's going to work because this puff is a lift. He's going to just launch here. Yeah, 8716 is a little park there. 9533 shows a starboard lift, so Chris is doing fine. 1st, 2nd, and 3rd are right here. They're not lifted as much as 9533 might be taking the lead. Do you see the angle difference? They're in 2 different winds. And there's Chris rolling 8716. So he's now in 5th because he stayed in the same place. Got passed by 1. He passed 1. Race 3, 2nd start. 1st place coming around over there. And Bella in the... There's 2nd. Finn's going to come around maybe in 3rd. Oh, that was a foul. Oops. Kevin is in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th. This guy's been sailing a long time, this guy. So this is what Nick and Bella and Catherine, after a couple of months, they start to look like this after a few months of just practice. And this little guy sailed an old boat with an old sail for a long time, and now just look at him go. Oh, Kevin just absolutely crushed it. His dad saying hi to him. Kevin might be 2nd if 8156 does a bad tack. Just an incredible round, dude. I just love this kid. He just never, ever, ever gives up or looks different. He always looks the same. If you were to define our program, that's what we want. No matter what's happening, you just always look the same. Emotionally confident. He's charging. He's easily... Oh. He's going to make her tack? Nope. 2nd. Nice Catherine right here. Like 5th. Hitting a wind shift right there. Oh my God. Auto tack. She is in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with this wind shift. Maybe 6. Just creaming it. There's first and there's second. Sitting forward. Don't need to sit any further forward than that. It actually causes the water line to get shorter, which isn't much in a Sabot, but still it makes a difference. You want the boat sitting right on its line, so you don't want to go excessively forward. Huh, where did 9405 come from? Maybe he's second. Interesting. Nice duck. Oh, he got off the rail. I was trying to get Nick on the rail. That's our goals for this race, was to not let his main out quite so much in the puffs. And if he had to let the main out more than 4 or 5 inches, to get on the rail instead. That keeps us on the wind. Once we ease 6 inches, we're not on the wind anymore. First place in race 3 is about to finish. Just an amazing race. Chris is in about 7th right here. I think we got to look at our sail a little more and the other boats a little less. I like that you look at the other boats. Maybe just looking at them a little too much, so then you lose your speed. The number 1 rule of Sabots is, in this wind, is no luffing. If your sail ever luffs, then you're not focusing hard enough. The sail just never luffs. Right on the edge of luffing all the time. I saw many of our sails luffing 4, 5, 6 times. You're losing 2 seconds at least every single time. Okay, I think that was just a crazy good rounding if it was legal. If they didn't have to give you room there, that was a crazy good rounding. But again, see those luffs? Every single time that luffs, you're losing at least 2 seconds, 3 seconds, because you're losing flow over the leeboard. The whole key to a Sabot is flow over the leeboard, which makes the boat go less sideways. It creates lift on the leeboard and rudder and less sideways. Probably should have tacked out of there, Kevin. See how that boat's killing you now? You're in fast death position. You see how they're just taking off? You should just roll out of there. Nice. And a beautiful tack by the other guy just to put the hammer down on you. Okay, we're gonna talk to Chris about when you start. If you can't be on starboard, go on, and you get forced onto port and there's a clear lane ahead, stay on port. It doesn't matter whether you're on starboard tack close hauled or port tack close hauled. You need to be going fast up the course right away, not tacking behind those starboard tackers. Here comes Kevin in 2nd place. First place in his fleet is going around right there, 7630. Here's Kevin right here. And then look at that, 10160's in 3rd. So just an incredible performance. Again, just dominant upwind. Bad start to 2nd is always awesome, the best. Coming up on race 4. First start. Green and blue, so that means we've got Kevin and Chris right next to each other, 20. Good move by Chris. It's a pin in favored, so he's able to tack and then tack again. So we are having a little trouble down there at that pin in. So let's see what they do, if they do what I asked. Kevin's actually gonna jibe. Chris is gonna tack, and he's gonna come barging out through here, and he's gonna be launched. See, last time he knows he tacked too early. Here he comes, watch. You get a huge lift off these starboard tacker sails. Look at the telltales hanging. So I know that sounds weird, but in bad air, you get a port tack lift. See, last time Chris tacked right here. I told him that was a mistake, and he knew it. He told me it, actually. So Kevin made the mistake of jibing around. Don't jibe around. We only go downwind in a Sabot when we have to. He should have sailed forward, tacked, and stopped, and then trimmed in and ducked. But Chris is just launching out here. He's probably still 4th or 5th, but his bow is so far forward. Look at Fenton just loaded up. Just loves, he's not a pincher at all. His mast is bending. I'm wondering what mast Fenn has. That's scary. Because if he has a bad mast and he's still this fast, that's kind of scary. Look at Chris, dude. Just bye.